Weekend Edition.
Good morning. I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is January 13th. Today is day 23 of the partial government shutdown. Adding to the stress each missed payday brings, one local prison worker is battling cancer. Last night, his friends came together for a benefit concert in his honor. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher talked to Dustin Chico about juggling the government shutdown and his diagnosis.
Fighting for his life.
I was diagnosed with cancer in 2016.
Dustin Chico beat cancer a couple of years ago, but now a tumor found near his heart has his friends and family worried.
He tries to be so strong, and I know he doesn't feel good. That's just who he is, and he's going to fight no matter what. He never backs down.
On top of that, Chico is a federal employee, which means right now he's not getting paid.
I think everybody's affected, when you miss a paycheck.
Chico's friends wanted to make sure money is one less thing he has to worry about.
Even though we're facing hardship and hard times, they're still willing to put their own needs aside and throw a benefit for one of their brothers in need.
Saturday, a benefit concert for Chico raised around $3,500.
I've been with the Bureau of Prisons for 13 years, and from day one, that has been the attitude, is that I got your back and you got mine.
Chico says he cannot put into words how grateful he is to have such a caring community.
Our community has just embraced us for the last 3 years, and we want to thank everybody who's involved from the bottom to the top.
And he is thankful for his wife's endless support.
She's absolutely an angel sent from God. It's the only way to explain it.
In Johnson County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
The money raised from the concert will help his family throughout the shutdown and beyond. And now let's check in with meteorologist Kelly McShane for a look at your forecast this morning. Kelly, how does it look out there today?
Well, we're looking a little bit soggy. Plenty of action on Pinpoint Doppler. Unfortunately, we're not in that dry spell just yet, but we can look at Pinpoint Doppler. We're seeing rounds of showers enter in to eastern Kentucky. It looks like they're just starting to move out of Interstate 75 and into the central portion of the viewing area. So be sure to grab the rain gear if you're heading out to church or if you have any errands to run this Sunday morning. You're definitely going to want the rain gear. And because of all of that rain and all of that moisture, we are looking a little bit foggy throughout the region, so give yourself plenty of extra time if you're heading out on the roadways. Be sure to be safe and to give yourself plenty of extra space in between those cars. And those temperatures are all above freezing this time this morning, anywhere from those mid-30s to low 40s out there. So once again, be sure to bundle up because it is a little bit chilly out there, and we will see those temperatures increase to the 40s this afternoon with plenty of rain, possibly transitioning to a wintry mix, maybe some snowflakes later on. And Taylor, I'll have more details in just a little bit.
Thanks, Kelly. New this morning, police say a man ran from an officer, resulting in the officer being injured. This is the man who ran from police. His name is Delbert Rourke. It happened in Middlesboro, and officers say they went up to a car that Rourke was a passenger in because it was stopped in the middle of the road. They say they saw Rourke reaching around in the car, and the officer says he saw a handle of a gun on the floorboard. Rourke then ran off and then fought with the officer, and the fight resulted in the officer breaking his right hand. Rourke was taken to the Bell County Detention Center. The man wanted out of New Jersey was arrested in Ashland on Thursday. Investigators say Jorge Rojas was wanted for sexual assault charges. Police found Rojas on Bath Avenue. He was taken to the Boyd County Detention Center. A knife attack to the face landed one man in Bell County behind bars. When deputies got to the house on Flora Holland Lane early yesterday morning, they found Josh Caldwell with cuts to his jaw and neck. Jeffrey Holland admitted to the attack. Deputies charged Holland with first-degree assault. He was taken to the Bell County Detention Center. And yesterday, more than a dozen resources gathered for a seminar at Frankford Church. Substance abuse affects many Kentuckians. Debbie Grainer, who attended the seminar, says she became an alcoholic 20 years ago. She also became depressed. Now she hopes sharing her story will help others.
2011, I tried to commit suicide and started a fire in our rental house. I am a convicted felon because of that.
Grainer went through AA, turning her life around. She now organizes the seminar at the First Corinthian Baptist Church in Frankfort. She tells anyone struggling with addiction there is always help there. And more than 200 correction officers here at the United States Penitentiary will not be paid this week. Caroline Corrigan spoke to one of those families who worry about bills they cannot pay.
It's just, trying not to get too emotional, but it's stressful.
Misty Fraley says her husband is a correction officer here at the federal prison in Lee County, Virginia. And while he wasn't allowed to talk to us, she says the partial government shutdown has taken a toll on her family.
I never really thought something like this could happen. You know, it's like a person's working for free, basically. You know, and we don't know when he's going to get paid again. And my paycheck will only go so far.
It's a feeling Union Representative Brian Shoemaker knows as well.
I mean, it's on the backs of federal law enforcement officers. They're using us as pawns in a political game, and it's not fair.
He's one of more than 300 workers at the prison that won't receive a paycheck Friday.
We want to come to work, do our job, get our pay, go home to our family, just like anybody does.
While Fraley says their landlord is willing to work with them during the shutdown, it's still going to set her family back financially.
You know, I get tired of hearing, well, they're just getting paid to stay at home. No, they're not. They're not getting paid right now. Their bills, our bills, isn't stopping. They're still coming regardless.
A tough situation she hopes will end soon.
You know, say, come to the table, put aside their political differences, remember and think of the ones that put them in there, because they're not affected by this. They're still getting paid regardless.
Shoemaker says employee morale has declined as the partial government shutdown continues. And a doctor had his Kentucky license suspended after he was charged for having sex with a teen girl. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports Ashlu Joshi had his license suspended this month. From court documents, we learned Joshi is accused of having a Kentucky teen send him explicit photos and videos. Joshi is also accused of having sex with a teen. He started working in Missouri about 2 years ago, but had previously worked in Kentucky. And police arrested a man early Thursday morning for robbery. Officers say Douglas Meadows robbed the Apples Wine and Spirits in Somerset and the Cash Express in Burnside. Detectives were able to recognize Meadows from surveillance video. Meadows was found hiding in the attic of his home in Pulaski County. He was later confessed to both robberies. And police say they arrested 2 men on Friday in Manchester when they found drugs inside their car. The driver, Jimmy Maxey, made an illegal left turn onto US 421. When police searched the car, they found meth, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia. Both the driver and passenger, Larry Maxey, were arrested. They were taken to the Clay County Detention Center and face multiple drug-related charges. And registration is now open for a new certificate program at Hazard Community and Technical College. 3 classes for unmanned systems technology, all worth 3 credit hours, begin on February 11th. For those interested in becoming a pilot, being a first responder specialist, and GIS, instructors say 4 certificates will also be available to those students.
This is going to be the first one in the state of Kentucky that where certifications are offered. These are the first 3 classes like this offered as well.
For more information on these spring classes, go to our website, WYMT.com. Friday, a vigil was held for the Michigan family of 5 killed in a Lexington crash. The memorial was held at Ford Field Park in Northville, Michigan. The Abbas family was coming home from Florida last weekend when a suspected drunk driver hit their vehicle head-on. The crash killed everyone involved. And the family of a fallen Louisville Metro police officer is suing the city's sewer district, an ex-employee charged in her death. Police say Roger Burdett crashed his semi-truck into the officer's cruiser during a traffic stop. Detective Deidre Meningdote's family accuses Burdett of negligence in the crash. They also accuse the Metropolitan Sewer District of not properly employing and supervising. And coming up on Mountain News this morning, Californians have to deal with many weather extremes. We have a story about what they are facing right now. And later in sports, Kentucky basketball goes for their second conference win. Those highlights are coming up.
For the majority of the day today, we will see rain, but once those temperatures drop, we will see some changes. I have that forecast coming up next.